Hello everybody, it is the last day of February 2021. It is about 52 degrees Fahrenheit out, which is unusually warm, and about 11 degrees Celsius. And this was going to be a geo ramp, but it's not going to be. It's going to be just some general updates and stuff for you guys. Because there's some things that are going to need to be reprioritized in our lives here. So yeah, just some updates, and I've been working on stuff, and I'm going to do something here. I'm going to explain stuff to you, stuff like that. First, I want to say the Geo shed survived the winter. The roof did not leak, has no leaks, no water running in, anything like that. And I've been itching to record from here for a while, because every time I'm in here and I try, I get an idea and I want to do something in here, it snows outside. So I would shovel it out, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to grab the camera or whatever, and then I get distracted. And then that night there's 4 to 6 more inches of snow, which I shovel out again just to have process. Repeat. So I got annoyed with that, so it's been a while. But as you can see today, it's a lot better out, and the snow is almost gone. You can actually see the rocks again here. You can actually see them, and they survived too. I'm actually surprised this one did, but that one fell. The basalt fell, but that's okay. And you can see that. I can't see what I'm doing here. The basalt fell, so I'll have to put this up, and that shouldn't be like that either. But anyway, point is, I think I can get back into doing videos in here, and I still plan. Okay, now that you guys have seen that. All right, let's just put this here. Sorry, you're gonna hear me banging and kicking stuff because I'm doing this in one take, and I'm watching this, not the floor. We'll get back to that. Some of you might remember that from a while ago. Let me get a little closer here for you. That will be a Geophiles episode on plate tectonics. That is still in the works, but I want to show you some other things here. I have been working intensely on a second edition of this book. I suggest, and I've already showed you some of the not errors, but changes and stuff, although errors are in this and they are being corrected. But we're looking at 18 new sites. So this thing's going to go from, what is it here? 145 pages to nearly 200 pages. All right, so I've added a lot of stuff in here just to show you what this old one looks like and stuff like that. You can see it there. My traditional way of doing this is when I do a stop, it's all laid out when you have the book open. You have all the information here, pictures, photos there, all that stuff. So you just open it and it's there. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do this, or you don't have to do all that just to look at the stop. All right. There are a couple of stops where I felt there was so much information or cool pictures you needed to see where I've added another set of pages. So you will have to turn one page. But I think it's worth it. And I think the second edition is going to be far better than this, far superior to this. Now, I am changing the cover, and I actually had a color printout of that cover to show you. However, it evaporated. I don't know. Of course, today our color printer decides not to print. Today, right? So I don't know where it is. I can't show it to you. But it's going to be a cover of Montreal Falls. I'll try to describe it to you here. I've decided to go with, it won't be like this. It'll be, I don't have anything here. All right, let's describe it. Basically, what you're going to have is the mouth of the Montreal River goes over rocks right into Lake Superior. There's no beach, all right? It's just rocks, river, rock falls, water. That's what you're going to see, and we took that picture, or I took that. I forget. No, I did take that picture back in October, so you're going to see that a little bit of fall colors, a lot of pine trees there, because there you're right on the border between the arboreal forest up in the UP, so it tend to be more pines up there. All right, so this book, I think it will be a far superior book. Unfortunately, it's going to cost more. And I will want to, because I self-publish these, and I will want an international release which means I'm going to have to charge even more. I will make it as cheap as possible, okay? I'm not removing any sites from here. There's one in here where I don't know if I can even find it. There was a huge piece of float copper. And when I say huge, I mean 23-ton piece of float copper. And it's 90 to 95% pure. And when this book was researched and written, there's currently a drive to keep it where it was on Presque Isle, the isle north of Marquette, which isn't really an isle. It's actually connected with a spit of sand. But anyway, I digress. But they couldn't meet the funds. And so a collector in China bought it, and now it's sitting there on display. At least it didn't get melted down. But this is it, and I do have some other pictures from 2013, and this is the one where I've added another page to it so you can get scale better, because I know this doesn't really give you that well of scale, even though I tell you what it is. And I kept it in there for posterity purposes. So I didn't take anything out. I just added stuff. All right. Let's see, is there anything else here I want to talk about real quick? Oh yeah, The Origin of Continents and Oceans, Alfred Wegener's Continental Drift book. I do plan on still going through that at some point for you guys. I think I did the introduction at once. I gotta look. I'm pretty sure I did. So this is also out. Remember, I divided the Riverside book of geology into two pieces instead of one, because if I had one, then it would have been way too expensive, even more expensive than that UP one is going to be. So you can get this or the other one. They're not, one's not dependent on the other necessarily, but sometimes on rare occasion, one will refer to the other. I just thought that was necessary. And I have lab books. I'm not including them in here, but those of you that know me know that I do petrographic analysis in here on rocks, and now I can finally get to these that I've been trying to get to for months now. That was the last time I changed the calendar, so it's been a while. It's 2021 now. All right, so I did do lab books. They're the books I wish I had when I was identifying rocks throughout the Midwest. I originally, I know how to do this, but I can't remember everything all the time. It'd be nice if I had a quick reference. So I started writing down notes, and pretty quickly it became pretty evident to me that wasn't going to work. So I wrote 3 books, and some of you guys have seen them before. The igneous one is red, the sedimentary one is green, metamorphic one is blue. That still holds. The second edition basically corrected errors, and I added a section to the end of each just to show you under high magnification some of these rocks, which was not in that one. And I can't remember everything either, so I did these for me for a quick reference. So those books, nothing's been taken out of those either, just stuff added to them. They will be the 3 separate ones, or I went and combined them all into one thick lab book, and it has a black and gray cover. All right, and all 3 of those books are within. It's just over $50, so I didn't know who'd want to buy that. So you can buy either of the individual 3, which are I think $15 to $17 a piece, somewhere like that. But we'll get back to those when I actually get those in. I still don't have my globe to do this. I can't believe how hard it is to find a globe. When I was a kid, I distinctly remember having globes in classrooms which showed mid-Atlantic ridges and trenches and stuff, and the countries would be marked, but it'd be on topographic features of the continent, shaded relief colors. Apparently that's impossible to find now for under $200, or under $150, I should say. I don't know what's up. But anyway, okay, but there's some things I want to talk about here real quick, because this is coming up on 10 minutes, 9.5 right now, and I don't want to bore you all. But I am personally, with the wife, we got a lot of field stuff to do. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to date the peridotite. It doesn't look like there's any datable zircons or badiolites in the rock. So either I'm going to have to recollect it, or I'm just going to have to abandon that project altogether, which burns me to no end. But I'm actually going to try to help other colleagues who need help on stuff. I am moving more towards doing the science. You know, I'm middle-aged now. I want to focus more on the science. We don't have children, so my legacy is going to have to be this, essentially, to humanity. So I need to focus more on the science. I need to get my Frida done. The Fridas, you guys have heard me talk about that before. I have a playlist dedicated to it. We gotta go looking for the Frida again. So I gotta get that project done. I've gotta get my samples and stratigraphy from that. And there will be episodes on that as I do that as well. So I'm going, in a nutshell, I'm going to not have less of a presence online. I'm going to have more of a focused presence online, I might say. You're still going to, I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm still going to make the same kind of videos, stuff like this, geology videos, that oddities series I have, and, you know, stuff like that. I'm not, when I mean online, I'm talking about Twitter and Facebook. I mean, Facebook's gotten to the point where you can't post anything without getting banned for a month anyway at this point. So what's really the point of it anymore? It's like if it's not a picture of a bunny rabbit, it's ban hammer instantly. Twitter is just getting vile and vulgar. I've gone down some rabbit holes on that, and you know, it's toxic. You get, if you don't regulate yourself, you can easily get pulled into the toxicity that is social media, and I don't want to be a part of that. I've got too much to do, okay, and for you and for myself and for our family here. All right, but anyway, I just thought that I would make the point of that. But anyway, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask, and I just thought I'd give you guys some updates.